everyone. This is a Select Board Water Commissioner meeting for November 27th, 2023. The agenda for this evening is under new business, Tim Smith and Franklin County Industrial Development Corporation. Hubert Spalding regarding the Mill Street sewer line. We need to sign some warrants and approve some meeting minutes. Anything else we need to add?
We're gonna go over the zone of the town administrator position that we want to try to create.
And you guys can make a decision on our proposals that are in there.
Did you get another one? No?
Check. Alright, Tim's not here, Hubert's not here. Seth? Come on. Garage.
Everything's smooth. All the weak points out of the first two storms were starting for overtime, but we're gonna do.
How's Matt doing?
Good, seriously, yeah, catching on.
Easier
I
storms.
gave him a few pointers, like, you know, I'm around. He's about 35, 40 minutes away when the roads are done. It's kind of a long haul.
I saw him
So
one morning, he's like, oh, I thought I was gonna be plowing snow this morning. I had 2 inches of snow at my place.
Yeah.
Got down here and there was nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, just like this morning, he said it was real bad up there. He's up by border of sure.
That was bad enough though. It was heavy.
I blew out a couple hydraulic hoses on my truck, the newest one, but it wasn't a big deal.
On what part?
It was actually one of the main hoses, like 3/4, one of the big ones that goes to the pump. Just blew a hole inside of it, and I don't main hose crap out, but I had some holes on here, and so. I signed us up for flagging course after first year. Matt's thinking about there's a water course coming up. He's thinking about getting on board on. That's it for you. Salt shed's still full. I haven't used any of it.
Yep.
Is this something I need to sign?
No.
I can
Just a salesman.
Jennifer Clinton. Excuse me?
Just a salesman.
Dragon.
We already have her.
Oh, turned involved. How about you? See? Turgid?
We have a liquid pump still put on Matt's truck. It's seized up, but someday lots of get it washed off.
Did you decide if you're gonna put the truck into the other bay?
Yeah, we put the sander on it, and with or without the sander on it, it would fit with the plow on it, so it's just gonna look but yeah, it's gonna have to get up and bring by up or heat is the only one. That's what that's gonna want. Fire in the morning, so. Well, when the time comes, we can take, we'll see how it plays out.
Okay. Yeah, and lucky, no, major storms that have to contest with right off.
It doesn't seem like it.
Yeah.
Some rain coming or not, but
Okay.
all the culverts seem to be holding out. We cleaned a few of them out, like last month. That were kind of on the empty side. We put down some stone and some of the just gravel back in November, first part of the month there. They seem to be holding up so far.
Anything else? Nope.
Any other bites on that truck at all?
I haven't heard of any, but unfortunately, there's a old windshield now. Someone decided to throw a brick through it over the weekend, right into it. Literally a brick. But I ordered new ones, they said they can install it once they weren't.
Yeah, bring it over so it can be in the heat.
Yeah, I'll bring it over tomorrow.
Did you ever call about getting it moved?
No, I didn't. I was busy.
Okay. I'll try to do that tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I usually come over Mondays anyway and start it up and I'm sure if it's school or whatever. It wasn't this morning,
Mm-hmm.
but $325 installed. So we'll get that done Wednesday.
Yep.
Wherever you guys want to park in there.
Yep, we'll try. Yep. Okay.
There's a few trees I kind of want to cut down sometime if it's going to be clear for a week or two here up on edge of St. Clair. I got the landowner's permission. It's that first house that you turn in there. They got a bunch of unregistered vehicles in the yard. And the one's kind of right on the edge of the road anyway. She said she was going to do it like a month ago, but that's not happening yet. There's some little trees that hang out over the road. It'd be a lot better if they're gone.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a bunch of other brush around town too.
Yeah.
We're gonna work on that by this week.
Yep.
Next.
Well, sounds good to me.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay, thank you, Seth.
Thanks, Seth.
Good night. Yep.
Hubert,
Yes, sir.
you got any updates on Mill Street sewer line?
Plans are up there on the.
What do you want to go? Everything has been working, so
Not getting too close to that.
Is there one that shows the whole proposal?
Somewhere. This is water.
I think the sewer's just the first one.
Is it just, yeah, this is water system, back to those.
probably only a few.
It's Tiffany's house.
This is 105.
It's High Street 105.
It says 105 right
Right. So there's different. So this is the one out by Ovitz.
Okay.
Is that sewer line over to,
Yeah. Yeah, on High Street. Yeah.
High Street?
Yeah.
The sewer line goes over there?
Yeah. Across the street.
That discussion on that.
This must be School Street.
That's School Street, so it goes on the backside.
Where's 105 on
Right here.
Okay.
Here.
No,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, does it pump this way?
Yeah.
Okay. Is this downgrade to here, from here?
Yeah, this all runs to here and then comes across. Some of these run this way and then some run that way, come back down.
So but the grade, is this level in the ground or is it downgrade, upgrade?
It comes this way.
Pitches that way, yeah. Pitches back, basically towards the fire station, or the end there, the fire station.
And it crosses right there, pretty much the intersection, 105 and Mill Street. There's Main Street. 105.
Yeah, this is.
See, right here is where it crosses, it goes across. Then this goes up
To the school.
here, yeah, it crosses and goes out to the school.
That goes across the right where the, what farm road is.
No, it's just, you know, where Art Lackley's old store used to be?
Yeah.
Right there,
Oh,
crosses.
Then from this point down is where we have the majority of our troubles, right?
Where's
That's
the
post office.
That's post office, yeah, down in here. See, there's no manhole from here all the way to the rail trail.
But you never had trouble from here to the post office, right?
Right.
that next one.
See, there's a manhole right in front of the post office. So it's always been from there to there. I'd say that's where it crosses the road just before it goes over to the mill. Crosses over to in front of the church. And then down the hill to the sewer line.
So is there a manhole right there in front of the fire station where it crosses?
Just down from it, where the driveway used to be for the house, it was right there,
Okay.
right in front of that.
So that'd be like right here, right?
No, right here.
Right there.
Fire station should be right,
Oh,
right
yeah.
here.
Oh, okay, never mind. Yep.
And this was the one that went out to the, behind, well, no, this comes up, goes into this manhole, which is just a square box. Some of the mill's pipes come into that one too. Then it crosses and goes up to Gordon House.
Or, yeah.
Which the next one?
So you've had trouble from, is it from that box up or from
Yeah.
the box down?
Right here.
Where it crosses under the
But the
road?
mill is supposed to be doing something. So, and it's supposed to be right in
Oh,
that area, they're supposed to have, I think, put in a retaining pond or something for runoff.
yeah.
So I said, I figured we'd leave that alone and let them cut the trees and do all the.
Yeah.
Do we have troubles from here down at all, or just that one section here to here, or is it kind of?
We have had some in the hill a couple of times, we've had troubles. But it's just get plugged up. The other problem that eventually is gonna be a problem, because we had this camera at one time, and he couldn't get the camera through because the road is settled so much over that brook just before the sewer plant. And it's filling up with dirt. And that would be a major
Yeah, because
undertaking.
it's deep here, right?
Yeah. Well, it's not so much the pipe is deep as it is they're narrow. You have you got concrete culvert underneath there.
Oh,
And it's right straight down on each side of the road.
how big is that culvert?
6 foot. Something like that. I say it was one of the states put in, and it was 105. So I guess if there's anything that's going to be done, it probably should be done from the post office to the rail trail. I think that's the most unknown.
Yeah.
But what about closer to the bottom of the hill where that's,
I think it gets enough flushing. You get a heavy rainstorm and stuff, it's always, can't say it always has, because it's plugged up a couple of times down there, but usually you can get it unplugged.
but there is something going on down there. I mean, it doesn't, to me, if you fix the uphill side, that's great. The downhill side's still gonna be able to receive it all the time.
Right, but it's taking what comes through. You know,
So basically, we don't know anything about this area right here.
From the post office to the church.
No,
Here.
just to the rail trail. There's
Oh,
there's
just
a manhole at the rail,
Okay, gotcha.
So this area.
right there, yeah.
But it's still problematic after the post office in front of dairy.
From there, yeah. Because we've had it snaked, we've had it cambered, and they can only go so far down and only so far up. You can't go.
And the line of the boarding house doesn't come straight down the boarding house road, and kind of goes around the mill and cuts across.
No,
Right here?
Yes.
yeah, it comes down, goes across Shottville Road, goes out behind the old houses it used to be, and cuts back into the hill, going down to the mill, about a quarter of the way down the hill.
Is all this pipe up here, when was this, is this all at the same point done? Or is this the same as this pipe down here? Is this all the same age?
I think when we dug this up, didn't we find a bunch of clay pipe in there?
By Todd's,
Yes.
Sweets.
Yeah. So that's just red clay pipe that when we dug it.
Like going down Mill Hill, that should be
New.
because of the treatment plant going in, you just used to go over the bank or
Yeah.
everything.
And when you say new, like,
70s.
Oh.
76, I think it is,
What
75.
is the plan date on that plan? I think that's when it was.
71.
I was gonna say, it has Mill Street as Main Street, so it's not recent.
Because you see, all these, I think all these are all new pipes that they put in.
At this time.
Yeah.
Inside.
So you see, they never touched this. They never touched the ones that were on either side of the school street. They just put the cross pieces in and ran it across 105 to join in. And then they added High Street and came to where Tippers is, and then they went out through the woods to the sewer plant.
So that's below the cemetery, right?
Yeah. It's on the further side of 105.
Interesting.
So is there some sort of assessment that can be done, like a professional assessment that says, here's the percentages, of efficiency on this system, here's areas that aren't working so well, that we recommend you replace? Or is it just a best guess?
You'd have to have it all cambered, and then you would just go by and the bad spots you saw in the film or whatever. But we know we can't camera that part.
We know we can't camera this and we have a bad spot down here.
Well, it will be, it's still working, I mean.
Yeah,
we
but it's a matter of time.
Yeah, I think so. Cause I'm sure that road's just keeping settling. I mean, we've seen pretty near every manhole plug up at one time or another.
But we've never had trouble from like High Street down, right over here.
No,
Little-
we've had trouble with High Street, but never there or across here.
Is that on High Street because it's so flat up there, or is it because
Just because.
just because? I mean, I think you have trouble no matter what, but here we have the most.
Yeah.
This kind of stretch here to here, we have the
And we always have trouble up on up
big
above.
courthouse.
So trouble when it's stopped up, you know.
Yeah, the trees are roots. But Leo just had his whole yard paved and he wouldn't want it dug out.
Not sewer runs right dead center of the road, probably.
No, it was behind their houses.
No, I'm up here.
Oh, it's in one lane. Right there.
Where's that one?
So that could be dug up without closing the whole road down, you know?
I think so, not, yeah, you can keep one side open.
Would those manholes have to be replaced too, or is
These manholes on either end are fine.
you think you'd need one in between?
We need one in between, because nobody's really,
One of the tracks or right after
the one at the track is buried. I mean, we usually have to dig down about 2 feet to get to it.
Oh,
So that needs to be brought back up.
yeah.
Because that one there is too far to snake. You know, that one in the middle.
So is the best course of action for us to have it cambered from, say, here down, to give us kind of an assessment of what it looks like up here? Because we're not, this more or less is our stretch, that's more, or only from here down?
I would say just from the post office down to the rail trail or down to the one before it crosses the road by the mill.
I mean, we're talking that much more to have it go all the way to the treatment plant? I mean, if we're gonna have them cammering, are we talking
Wow,
$10,000 more or $200 more?
I don't know. Probably would be.
Does hate to do this work and maybe some work a little bit farther, and then all of a sudden, in 10 years or 5 years ago, and we get great flow, and then all of a sudden it stops short.
Yeah, I know, you know, but you've got places over on School Street that,
Yeah, I know, I'm just,
you know,
This, yeah, I would say there's probably small problem areas in the whole system, but if you take a section and
at least you know
replace
that
the line,
section done.
replace the manholes, and that one's done.
Yeah.
And then, we're not gonna do the whole thing.
no, but at least if we had an idea of what that looked like, and in another 10 years or
Yeah.
15 years, we could camera it and say it hasn't gotten any worse or it stayed the same, we at least know, we have a baseline, you know.
Yeah.
Right now, we're going by, well, we think it's this.
Yeah.
If we just have something
The
to,
dock charges.
I'm not sure of Anash, but I think Wayne picked up another camera,
Oh, we did?
so Vermont Rural Water has one at plant. And Anash is, we use them a lot.
So we could have,
call a couple of places and see, what they would charge, if it's by the hour or by the foot
well,
or
I
by
think
the.
Vermont Rural Water would be the cheapest to start with, because we're a member of them and
Mhm.
everything. So yeah, we could go from, say, 105 where it crosses.
Or we can start, if you wanna just start at the post office, that's kinda where the biggest problem is, that's fine.
Yeah,
Wonder if you flushed it a little bit before and
oh,
then
before they came, maybe.
try to see if
Maybe
it
the
helps.
fire
clean it up.
department drop a little water down through there.
So there's no sewer.
I
there,
get the
so that's sewer.
hydrants up there.
Over your place?
Yeah.
No.
Don't
just-
they charge for it?
I don't have to look, but I think they do.
Could even charge that since
I think it only goes back,
inception.
I think it only goes back, it doesn't go to the old trailer, I think it's the house before that. I think they're, no,
No?
the house before that,
Do you
they're
have,
on it. One right across from Pauline's.
Okay,
I think there's 2 houses there that are on it,
maybe the white house and the blue house.
I think so.
the old plant house and everything after that is not. Was sort of,
Do you have a septic system? You do?
I'm pretty sure we have a charge on this.
I think you do too. I mean,
Yeah,
it's always been here.
so I prepaid. Is that a gardening tool?
So what does it look like, cause obviously, Tom and Pam are in here asking about the extension down the end of the road. Obviously Heather's here, cause she has an interest in it, running under 105.
Yeah.
What does that look like cost wise, man hour wise, any
Well, I
ideas?
think originally it was 180,000, something like that.
Is that what I sent you in your email? Robert Parks? what
I
is
think it was originally when they first, so I'm sure you can double that now.
And that was to run it, to go how far?
Just to the other side of 105, in the corner there by Sheldon 105.
So just this little step.
Yes. Yeah, it's gonna go from here, right, to that corner right there. And then everything else is gonna come to it. And they had two plans, one was just to go from here to there, and the other one was to go behind the church and out across. And then over there.
Do you have these proposed drawings, Kim?
Those are the proposed.
Is it that
drawings.
you don't have them, a drawing drawing?
Somewhere that we have them. When Phelps did the engineering for that, we got the plan somewhere, but I don't.
Yeah, cause we looked at them.
Casey.
So what's your thoughts, Heather? You wanna hook up that double wide, that duplex down there? or-
Duplex, the mill house down below on Sweet Hollow Road. Yeah, so the two mill houses, the one that's up here with, I'd like to do that one. Hell, if the store's being charged, we've been paying for it. Potentially. The duplex here, we got a duplex here and the mill house below that.
That pitch is a long way down there. Well, you'd have to pump up to the.
They'd have to be pumped up, yeah.
Was there 5 houses on that stretch towards the end, towards the last mill house, the duplex?
There's 4 and then a mill house, and that's how it goes. There's 4 and then a mill house. So I would think that if any of those people down through there, if they ever had a septic system failure, they would probably just jump on as well, since it'd be right there. You don't know, those houses have been there since the early 80s.
So you see, I don't know who's gonna do what pipes.
Yeah. Would that make a difference in the line size?
I don't think so from here down to the plant. I don't think that would.
I don't bother.
I don't think so.
That would be, the one they design would be big enough. I mean, is there potential you're gonna put some houses out in that field at some point? And your father had those plans all drawn out.
Yeah, he did.
But that would be, that might make a difference in the line size coming across that road too, wouldn't it?
I think they were looking at that.
They would put factoring that in,
Yeah.
so it would be big enough. 'Cause I know, Briette's had talked about doing something on the other side of the road at some point there too, but.
See, I think it would maybe be, the town might go down that way with it if they did it. That way, everything for the private properties could all run to it.
Yeah.
But that would be a pumping station down there to bring it back up. And so far, you don't have any.
Looks like it goes straight.
Well,
Like
You
town
got
land
the-
there, isn't it?
yeah, but you got that deep gully,
Yeah, that's true.
unless you put it right along the side of 105. I don't know if they'd let
They'd
you.
let you do that, try to go across that rail trail, you probably gotta get some flack, but
either way.
yeah, you're gonna have to cross at some point anyways.
When we tried to cross anybody at the houses on the corner there, Tom and Pam's, and
Yeah,
cross it once and then go under 105 seems a big skill.
I don't know, because, oh, you got Pam and Tom's two houses
Yep.
that would be on it. I mean, they wanna get on it.
Yeah, they've been in a couple
And then
times.
you got, I don't know what their name is there, with the trailer. They have their own septic, so that might be.
this little house in the corner.
Yeah, that little house in the corner.
Mhm.
And then Debbie was talking about, or has done the 2 lot subdivision. Well, that would run right to it. I mean, how long easier to do that than just put the mail system in?
Yeah.
How far over here could we go before it had to go to pump? Do you-
I don't know,
Yeah, I know, I just didn't know.
because I know they just did it to the corner, they didn't. I wouldn't, you know, you might make it to that, help
To the duplex?
duplexes without. Because where they crossed the rail trail, that was gonna be like 10, 12, 15 feet.
Do you remember when they were talking about going behind the church parking lot, was that lower? Is that why they were doing that?
I think they were talking about it, so they didn't
Probably
dig the
Matt's
road up.
involved, I don't have it.
I think that was,
Oh,
But,
the Phelps.
in the long run, I think you're better off to go down the road than you are to go across.
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
cause you never know who's gonna own that in
Right.
3 years and right of ways and all that stuff, and you can keep it in the town property there. Probably be smarter, like you said.
You can potentially get 5 pickups before you can cross 105, and then the 2 houses, potentially the store, duplex. I mean,
The town water runs down through this field now,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
Yeah. Goes just beyond the duplex.
Okay. And would it be advantageous if the line was run down a sewer line? Would that relieve any congestion here, or is that completely all good?
There's just one spot there on the front side that plugged up a couple years ago. There was 3 trees growing right over the top of the line.
But the way these lines are already in, they're already mixed
Going
to
back.
head down through, so you wouldn't gain anything by.
You'd still have to pump, you'd have to pump up to that.
we took care of those trees, so I don't know about that.
But yeah, so we've got the mill house that's next to the store, and I would like to get that on town, however this all goes. So with it sitting
Wow.
right here, I guess I have to ask somebody from the development review board if I'm able to hook into that going straight back.
You'd have to pump it.
Yeah,
Yeah, you could pump to that manhole.
Yeah, cause your father came in to see us build out that duplex, and he got an okay to, but he was gonna have to pump it.
Mhm.
He didn't really, I don't know. He wasn't fond of the idea, I guess, and that's when we first talked about coming across the road. Because we knew what Tom and Pam were looking at it, but then for the price at the time, it was just the duplex. And so we didn't really go any further with it, but
I definitely, the duplex and the mill house down here, I definitely would hook on with those and this duplex here. And, you know, the store.
So if we came across, you'd definitely take the store and the 2 properties above it.
Yeah. Well, we're looking to sell the old plant house right now. I met with Diane today. So, definitely the mill house. That other house that's in front, we're gonna get a permit to.
How's that again?
Chew it up with a little excavator.
So it's not gonna take too much.
No, 5 minutes. Ding, ding, ding.
Okay, I think we should
Food for thought.
get a camera and get the original plan we have and have him look at it again, update it to come further.
Right.
Or try as he can.
And see if he can come up with a,
See if they can go to the corner.
yeah, see what he's got for elevation, how far he could go, and how far it would be to pump.
I'd say camera from the post office all the way to the sewer treatment plant. Especially if we're possibly gonna be adding now 10 houses, but a possible 20 or more. Who knows, maybe nice little business down there, you know?
Okay.
Okay, I'll get that camera and I'll give Robert a call and see.
Yeah, have him dig out that old plan and ask him if he'd come up and update it and, you know, see about extending it and you know, check his elevations, how far he could get down that road before we have to pump up to it and give us an updated, cost estimate. It's gonna be different than the old one.
And he could always do, if he can go, say, to the mill house, but he could also, or to the duplex, but he could go farther, maybe do that, as we can make that an alternate, maybe when we send it out to bid, you know, not an alternate, it's like, okay, we get it to this point, but if we wanted to go an extra little bit, we can, it'll be, at least have our options to what things may cost, so.
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to stay away from pumping station.
No, I know.
That will be,
Alright,
because they're no fun, right?
Yep, we'll see that.
Alright. I have 2 questions though.
Yep.
Can you have the guys get a big hidden driveway sign instead of the blue one if they're on my back driveway? On the pond road.
Yep.
Get it straightened out there and stuff. And maybe mention to them they ought to try and get that road sanded first thing in the morning. There's a lot of traffic.
A lot of people are using that road.
All the way from Montgomery, they use it
Well,
all the time.
we're scared
Now,
of
what was the
road.
road sign you're looking for?
Hidden driveway.
Right.
You got that old little one there, like so, it leans over into the bushes.
Now the hidden sign. Hidden
Yeah,
sign.
hidden sign, yeah, you're right.
Okay.
All right, guys.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
super, appreciate it. Congratulations on your move still.
Oh, yeah, they only fined me $105 for it. Forgot the ovaries.
Oh, boy.
Had moose tonight, so.
Rub it in.
Alright, you got something else?
I don't know, I was just looking at my prepayment amount.
Oh. Deb, you wanna come up and visit with us?
Hello, everyone.
Hello, sir.
How are you?
Good, good.
I was thinking I'd start with my car unit, but
That's fine.
I was trained over all those years by Greg.
Yeah.
I would have been earlier, Greg.
Yep.
We got someone who's trying to take your shoes, that's for sure.
How are you doing?
Greg trained a few of us here.
Greg, be pulling in right around now.
He's a chair. Cool chair.
Thanks for having me. So for those that don't know me, I'm Tim Smith with Franklin County Industrial Development. Been there for 22 years now. I try to get out to all the select boards at least once a year, and I did prior to COVID, and now starting back up here. Just let you know what we're doing. It doesn't always pertain to Sheldon, but surrounding community gives you an idea of what's happening with the economy and some good and bad things that are going on. So many of you may be familiar with the Pearly block up in Enosburg. that we bought, Seth, I'm sure you've seen it, renovated the first floor and the back, what we call the annex now, but was a warehouse, cold storage warehouse. Supervisory unions in there, taking, I think they're renting about, about 5,000 square feet, 2 retails, the building's full, so it's working out well. And we're looking at adding 4 more apartments above the annex space, so give a little more housing within Enosburg. We were made aware recently about K-Tech up in Richford closing their doors. And I think that's sort of a fear coming to fruition in the sense that, myself and our board have been talking about it for the last 2 or 3 years. People can't find help, and that was the situation up in Richford. Companies will start looking elsewhere to put, maybe not the whole operation, but might put a line, in North Carolina or Nevada, whatever the case. They're not gonna stand around with idle lines, and that was the case with K-Tech. That, in addition to the point that they did have a new buyer. It was a Canadian owned, they had a plant right over in Cowansville, but now there's a new company bought them, I can't remember where they're based out of. But, they put up with it for about a year or less and said, we're gonna close this operation.
When's that due to close?
They're gonna continue to use the warehouse out of there, but probably 1st of January, we'll be stopping production. If any place needs jobs, it's Richford for sure, but no one was pursuing those positions, and so they ended up closing their doors, or will be closing their doors. So the other piece is, as long as it's a warehouse, we can't do much in terms of recruiting new business. Not that that's easy, but we are working with a Canadian company looking for about 20,000 square feet. That building up there is about, I think it's about 30, if I'm not mistaken. Some of the other things going on, Purpose Energy, Steve, I don't know if you're familiar with that, but they're taking all the waste from Ben and Jerry's, so they bought 3 acres of land adjacent to Ben and Jerry's. They broke ground, so it's going to be biodigester, bioenergy. They'll be putting power to the grid based on all the waste that they're going to be taking from Ben and Jerry's.
Are they gonna take food waste from other places too?
They're open to doing that as well. Their focus right now is Ben and Jerry's.
Right,
But they're doing, Barry Cannibal could, Franklin Foods, any food company could ship their waste and have them address it. So, and then we also in their industrial park. Excuse me, we're just starting to see some interest in the land. We have another 4 acres we have a purchase and sale on for a small warehouse to set up about 10,000 square feet, some distribution out of that. Not the ideal scenario for us. We prefer to have done in manufacturing, but we need to sell some land to pay the bills. So, but at some point we would have to say, we're not going to sell land to warehousing. We've had interest before, and things have fallen through, but at some point we just want to focus on the job creation. But then again, you can't find, there's so many, pick any company you want, they're all looking for employees. Very accountable Ben and Jerry's, no one wants to work 2nd or 3rd shift, so that makes it even that much harder. So we just did, I don't know if you were familiar, we did what was called Maker Day, where we brought kids from all 5 high schools to MBU, and we had some displays set up, and then we took them all out on tours I think we hit 7 manufacturers in the hospital to give them an indication about what's available. They don't have to go to college to get a good, find a good job. They could start off at, Ben and Jerry's, whatever, Milan. We had So we did those tours. We didn't have all, we had a lot of people didn't show, students didn't show. Next year, I think we're gonna do it during the school day. This one we did after school, which sort of impacted the numbers, but next year, I think if we do during the day, we'll get a lot more kids out there. And the ones that did go, did express interest there. I didn't realize this was here or that it was an opportunity. So we're working hard to do that as well. For us, we started doing more with, we did a strategic plan, and what we heard from a lot of folks in the community was that, why do we continue to try to attract new industry when the industries we have can't fill the jobs? So we did a little bit of a pivot and we focused ourselves more on communities, and we've given some, keep in mind, we've given grants to assist communities, very small in the whole scheme of things, but it is it's a catalyst for getting projects moving. So for example, we gave $10,000 to Bakersfield to do an engineering assessment of the Brigham Academy in hopes of converting that to housing. We gave $10,000 to Richford to encourage them, $10,000 over two different years, so a total of 20, to consider hiring a town administrator, which they did, and that helps. You guys know how much work is being put on you more and more, and communities like Richford. He worked for about a year and a half. He just left to take a job with Peoples, but brought in a lot of grant money, made a big difference. So we did that in Richford. We gave $10,000 to Highgate to help with their sort of educating their community about running water and sewer up to the airport, and the potential for an industrial park there down the road. And we gave $30,000. It was 20 on a state grant, and we being SNDC put another 10 to help with the conversion of the Memorial Auditorium where Ace Hardware went in. So we had to move a company that was there, BMTM, to another site. We paid for engineering to build them. Dave Fosgate built a building to accommodate them, and then we paid BMTM $15,000 to help them move. So then Ace Hardware could do the renovation. So we're doing a lot more of that type of stuff. So keep us in mind, in this scenario. If you do engineering study or whatever the case might be, we can assist in those areas. So Montgomery's another one. They're going down the road of water and sewer. I think they ran into some hurdles on the sewer end of things. They're focused on the downtown streetscape and water, and we've made the pitch to them as a cost arises and they weren't expecting. Let us know, and we may be able to assist. The one question I have for you folks is, who runs your water and sewer now?
Huber, who was just here.
He is, and he's the only one.
Yep.
I guess, so I'm on the Georgia Industrial Development Board. Our main focus there is we run the industrial park where Perigo is. That's all we do. So we have Perigo Med Associates and Bariatrics, and we run the water plant. So the organization GIDC has operators running the water plant. We pull water from Lake Arrowhead, and 200,000 gallons a day goes to Perigo. We ran into a couple times we've run into some staffing concerns, and there's no one in the state that is willing to leave where they are. So we've made 2 offers to 2 individuals, one from Ohio, one from Pennsylvania. They ended up taking other jobs, and now we just received another one. But it's a minimum, it's an 18-month process. So if Hubert's looking at retirement down the road, it may be good to.
He's been looking at retirement for a while.
Yeah.
He's part-time now, but he's.
It may work, find another individual to start going through that training, working under him. I just share that because we really have hit
We have a new employee that's shown some interest, and we do have someone else that we know about if we need to, in a worst case scenario, so.
Certified or just?
Certified.
Oh, they're certified. And that's where we are, Brett Palmer, and so you guys know Brett, I mean, Brett's 75 years old, he's covering our plant operator position now, but he's not in it for the long haul, and I don't blame him, but
Yeah.
we just, he's helping us out, and, you know, we have, brought another guy on who's trained, he just had a year anniversary, but he'll be doing the test here in the next 6 to 8 months, and that, but he's retired as well, he doesn't want to be full-time. He's been a great help and continues to be help, but he wants to go slower, he wants to travel, so it's not a, so if you have someone, or if you don't, you might want to think about just training. It's a great retirement job, I mean, the Georgia Industrial Building would be great for someone, but
Not there yet.
you know. So, trying to think what else, I mean, those are the, you know, finishing up the Pearly block was a big, that was, we just tallied it up, that was a $1.9 million investment in Enosburg to do everything we needed to do. We do own buildings, some you may not know that, but we own the Vermont Precision Tools building in Swanton, we own where Leader H2O is, and we own Peerless. And we just recently sold the Vermont Precision Tools, excuse me, to VPT. And we're having discussions with Peerless about them buying their building, so, and I'll leave us with the Leader H2O building. So that's income to us. For those who don't know, you guys, we get funding from all communities in the county. We joke, except Fletcher. Fletcher has trouble coming up with a $50 contribution. And then we get state money, and then it's just a hodgepodge of, there's 3 of us in the office, has been for decades. I think we accomplished quite a bit for a small operation, and so we do get state money. I think we get $130,000 from the state for a given year. We get about $45,000 from a total from communities. Businesses donate, and then our land, our buildings, we get administrative fees and that type of stuff. So.
What kind of payback do you get on your grants? For like when you guys give them that money, like to Richford for their administration, and like,
we just gave it to them. I mean, there's no reporting. We don't get into any of that. As long as we see the like they went out and they put it in their budget and they hired someone, so we wash our hands after that. You know, in terms of Brigham Academy, we'll keep the design work that was done just to have it. So if it falls through now, we 10 years down the road we'll have it. Swanton, we just once everything move forward, we just step back. But same Highgate, they passed the bond bill, which was huge for that project, and we helped. We donated money for publicity and education and that kind of stuff. So.
Okay.
But I don't know if anyone has any questions of me. And then, besides this, anything in Sheldon? No.
Well, we're actually looking to hire an administrator too.
Oh, yeah.
Been looking into it, so. Yeah.
Did Fairfield hire theirs?
Yes, but they still have Kathy.
Okay.
She's been there for a year or 2.
Because they didn't get any apps the first time, and then so Kathy was.
She's been there
Fairfield,
at least 2 years.
I mean, most of
Has
them,
Richford hired anybody since the guy
they've
left?
advertised, they have applications, they haven't picked anyone yet.
Yeah, we probably talked to it for 2 years now. Maybe a year.
Year,
Probably.
probably.
Yeah. To get to. Yeah.
Trying to think, Montgomery, you know Charlie Hancock?
Yeah, well, he does my forest.
Yeah, so- Charlotte, I don't know how many hours he's put in on that water and sewer project, but they could do some, in my opinion, from a zoning or a town administrative position. You know, Fairfax did 4 or 5 years ago. I mean, I think most, 17 towns in the county, I bet you there's probably 12 or 13. You got, well, yeah, you guys, Franklin, Berkshire, Montgomery,
Bakersfield does.
Bakersfield, so five around the 17. So, just more, I think, I'd like to make people realize more and more that you put on your, you know, even on the water sewer, reporting, you have to do that.
Yeah.
It's changed so much over the years, but. So. That's all I have for you.
Alright, thanks for doing it.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, Tim, appreciate it. Safe travels home.
I don't know if there's anything.
Okay. Cool. Thank you.
Be glad to assist. You all right? So Greg, I said, well.
Alright, you're coming.
Yeah. Thank you all. Have a good night.
Good evening, Deb.
Yeah.
Well, Joey,
I got your next stole for me.
Well, I was making room. State of Commissioners. State of Commissioners.
the, what?
State. Yours.
I'll read the minutes from your previous meeting here. Select Board Water Commissioner meeting from November 13th, 2023. It's held here at the town office. Present was David Kluger, Richard Piazza, Stephen Dodd, Nick Norris, Seth Humford, Kim Dufresne. 7:30 I opened the meeting and read the agenda. Addition made to discuss Mill Street sewer line. We had a grand list error and omission for St. Pierre Real Estate Holdings LLC. It was an acreage change. David motioned to accept the change, seconded by Seth, and the motion carried. Sheldon Springs Bicycle and Pedestrian Scoping Study Grant. Seth motioned to approve the grant, seconded by Nick, motion carried. We signed the grant. We reviewed RFPs for the local hazard mitigation plans, tabled it to the next meeting. I guess we need to do that. I read the meeting minutes, October 23rd meeting. Rick motion to approve is read, seconded by Nick, and the motion carried. We signed some warrants, discussed health plans for town employees. Board's decision was to stay with the current plan, the MVP goal. We discussed Mill Street sewer plans. Board will ask Hubert to the next meeting to review current sewer lines. At 8:45, we make a motion to adjourn the meeting, seconded by Rick, and the motion carried. Meeting adjourned. Take a motion, to accept these minutes as read.
Make a motion.
Second on that.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Did you talk to Jesse Woods this week?
He called me the other day and was in my head, actually. No, but
I
you
thought,
wanted to know what we had. Forget you talked about.
yeah, I talked to him for quite a while.
Yeah.
Got a couple different things there. Police
Listing.
coverage and listing. And he's offered to, when he gets trained, he's offered someone help out here if we need it. I
For the
guess.
lister?
Did you talk to him at all?
I haven't
He
talked.
said he was gonna speak to you there shortly, but, yeah. he said that, they spoke with, that Roger Marcoux from Walnut County, and they spoke with, leagues of cities and towns. And leagues of cities and towns didn't recommend them working under Roger's sheriff, whatever, because they were talking about hiring help through him to come up and patrol. But they didn't recommend that. He said it's kind of a sticker shock on hiring their own deputy force or whatever. But he said they're still working on it, and they're talking with some other towns too, and I just let him know what we were up to for now, just a 1-year contract. And he said it will be a while before it, he said it might be a year or two, or if they do anything, but I told him to keep us in mind and keep us updated. And so they're still studying it and trying to figure it all out, I guess. But he said they're not getting the coverage that they were promised again, so that's why he was just wondering.
I'll, have to follow up with him.
Yeah.
I mean, realistically, they, someone come in as some sort of consultant, get what it takes to, I'm not sure anybody has any experience doing that, setting up a force from scratch or anything like that, or what it would take. So. I'll talk to them and see if they have the other towns. He's mentioned, the other towns that are interested.
He didn't. He said Richard's struggling what to do, I guess.
This is the church
And he said not very might be looking personnel. But they've spoke with, they've had some discussions with Bakersfield and Berkshire a little bit, I guess, just to see, figure out what they're doing and what they are looking at. So he suggested maybe sit down, multi-town, sit down and discussion, nothing, he said nothing binding, but just, everybody throwing their 2 cents to figure out what's going on. What everybody's headed. Like they're getting a lot of traffic action on all rice
I was
grass.
gonna say, not surprising.
See, I thought he showed me.
They must have had somebody pulled over and then just pulled some outs over. They got one that was like 3 minutes apart.
These, these numbers go with the drawings you gave me, right?
Yes.
Just curious too, like he probably laid down one line and checked the 2 systems. Was it like 2
Much,
times?
rapidly approaching those
And then just moved to the
budget meetings.
no street
Next one?
Yeah.
no street in show. Yeah, you can pass it, that's fine.
Right here, pass this right there. Right off.
Anybody's interested, the county, Preston County budget meeting is going to be held December 12th at 5:30 at the Percyville Shangra Courthouse at 17 Church Street, St. Albans. If you can't attend in person, they're gonna have it set up on Zoom.
for the grant for the Mill Street project? Like, we're looking for a grant, or we have a grant, or, so, like the CARES Act grant?
Hopefully we would look for a grant. And
Grant, but also use some of the CARES monies that we got.
How much CARES money did we get?
600 and it's in the town report. Would be the last fund. But we use some of that for different things already.
Yeah, we paid the
Call for fire department.
last fund, you said?
I think it's 645.
Probably like. Is it other funds, is that what it is, Kim? Or general funds checking?
No, it should be right off the water sewer, we have accreditation fund, equipment fund. It's but it's also, it's got a header, so it says water sewer.
Yeah, I'm probably looking right over it.
Preservation.
Sorry.
No problem. I was gonna do that
Eventually.
eventually, so I got to. Kevin, I said, here, find this for me.
Want someone to take it from me?
519,
So how much was it in total?
that's total. That's our total applicants,
That's the total funds received?
which we, yeah, and we have transferred to the general fund, so this is really the general fund now, but
Okay, so I guess received to date, okay.
last year's.
So some of that has been spent.
This year, yes, we spent some on the culvert on Hill Road.
Yeah.
And the fire department requested.
Is that you have to sign on here?
Are there
Yeah,
any
it's a release thing.
projects?
Okay.
I was curious, is that something we should ask him about?
The school,
We didn't know anything
Yeah,
about?
there's kind of letter outside you guys decided on those funds.
that's where some of that, we
Oh,
talked
right,
about
the driveway.
the driveway, this
at the school.
road moving, those are the two things that we talked about using that money for. Is the sewer project and the, and Port Farm Road, school, entrance.
Is there a proposal for that driveway change or road change or?
We're working with the Franklin Northeast Supervisory Union in proposals or in crosses about giving us an idea of what it could look like, and before anything, we haven't sat down and said what we're gonna do yet. We're in the talking stages of what we want it to look like and what they want it to look like on the inside.
Has anybody proposed that they have a cut-in along their fence and go around the outside of the field and have it one way? So parents can drop off here and the buses would be next to the school? Kids could walk to the building through, you know. And there would be no cross traffic?
Yeah, we're talking about moving Port
Yeah.
Farm around the whole, like, to the
Instead-
lower side of the One of the discussions is move Port Farm to the lower side of the hill, and then give the whole upper hill and the lower parking lot that's there would be the road now. That's one idea that was thrown out to us.
But if parents are dropping off kids or buses, there's still gonna be confusion there, right?
Yeah, we haven't seen anything from the school side yet, of what
Yeah.
the parking lot's gonna look
We're not involved in the parking lot design, we're
Just
trying.
paying for it.
like. No,
We're just suggesting that if they need to make a safer parking lot and safer transportation with cars going up and down that road, that we will get our road out of the school parking lot where it's now, well, I mean,
No,
it's
that's-
actually the road, but it's all intertangled there.
Right, so what I'm saying is if they were to put a road around the perimeter of the school that was for just parents dropping off, that traffic could be used for that, for the school, for parents, where the school buses could stick to the front side of the school and there would be no congestion out there.
Yeah, that would be.
I mean, people
Suggest
do it
what
all
it's-
the way.
You're talking about around the outside fields where the ball fields are, where the playgrounds
Yeah,
go?
that field used to go the other way. The soccer field now goes east-west, so when you're playing a game, you got sun in your eyes, where before it used to go north-south. There was no issues, and if you were to skinny that over, where it used to be, you could put a road through there and around.
Oh, all the way around the back of the school?
Mhm.
I think the only thing there would be the state road cut, but
Yeah, I mean, that would be a lot easier than moving an entire road. And then that would solve all their,
No, I don't think it would.
No, but the traffic on Port Farm around the parking lot's still an issue. Like people speed on that road and there's, like that's still, and then the overflow, you go to the school events, like, you know, you've seen it pouring out into 105 or the people are parked down Port Farm, all the way out to 105, on 105, like.
so the
But
lower
they could
field
use
is
the
going to
road.
be parking?
No,
The lower field is going, no?
No, it would hug the bottom of the bank right there. So there's still a lower
I
field.
don't think there'd be a road behind the back of the school anyways, would there?
What, the drop off of the playgrounds?
No, right now, where they're putting that temporary classroom back there, to put a road around the back part of the school, with that fence. Is there a road back there?
If you went between School Street and Babe Ruth, School Street and the Babe Ruth field and around the perimeter that way, you're saying?
Just right where the sewer crosses the road. Right.
I just learned about the sewer line work. I didn't commit that to
Right
memory.
there. If they were to curb cut right in there and go right around.
You can put some parking lot
Yeah,
on
right,
the
yeah,
tap,
maybe
that
that's
property
what
in the
it is,
field.
yeah.
It's just
but
over.
then you'd still be crossing the bus lane.
I was gonna say, so where is it you drop the
Where
kids
we-
off across the field
Where we
there?
cross the bus lane.
But like out back, the
What do
town
you mean?
pier, there's a fence and then.
The
Yeah,
buses
yeah.
pull up in front of the
Well,
school.
the trees are dropped.
that's
They
not,
can't-
Traffic still follows the road.
that's not our land.
It's not our land though.
We only own up to the fence. We didn't clear the
Don't you
trees
own
that
that
way.
land?
What?
Don't you own
No,
that land?
No,
that's
no.
office.
Office max.
Oh, wow.
Office Max owns that land.
Yeah, back there.
It's a tax write-off.
Which they might sell it to you because it's hazardous. They know it's not cheap.
Oh, this is hazardous, so we're gonna make it a spot for children.
Parking, non-children. Try to run.
To the
I
school.
just think if the
What is
sports events, what a better place to park. Right there by the fields, just.
Well, it used to have the driveway that used to come down through those pine trees out there to 105. When it was the Little League field.
Yeah,
We can sod it over. Then it grass and put up a flagpole.
I'm just saying. Like, parents.
I don't know, when I went there, there was just one little parking lot in the middle and one on the end, and that's all we needed. You know, same amount of kids.
We didn't even have anybody in the middle parking lot when I went to school.
I was gonna say,
They all parked in
when we
the
went to
parking lot.
school, there was, the teachers in that back parking lot, the school buses that came around, and one or two cars were picking up.
Yeah.
Lining up to the road, and drop off and pick her.
Go through the-
Alright, we need make a decision plans, we've got 2 proposals in front of us. Everybody look at those last week? What's your thoughts, suggestions?
There's still nothing from Northwest. Was there a deadline on that?
Yeah, it is.
You making a motion or you just poking at it?
I'm just saying I like this one. I can make a motion. I'll make a motion, sure. Make a motion to take it out.
I'll second the motion that I go with
Alright, any discussion on that?
Who is it?
it's gonna be the one out of Perry, Vermont.
So,
Seam Solutions. Alright, all in favor of going with Seam Solutions for local hazard mitigation plan proposal?
aye.
Yeah, opposed? Alright. That's one to go. Is there anything else we need to discuss tonight?
I'll leave it to the administrator announcement. Spoke with Richard today. For this, obviously we've seen their ad, but this is the job description.
Job description.
Theirs, I think, is full-time, or initially they think they had part-time, but, they weren't getting as many candidates as they wanted, and they kept posting it for part-time. So, now they're posting it full-time, they're getting some more, increased candidates.
And what do they think they're gonna do about the, like if they think it's only part-time, what are they gonna do with it being full-time? Person being idle, they didn't care?
They
Or
are,
just one candidate?
they have just, they didn't, my impression was that they're sticking with full-time because they like the candidate pool.
Good.
That they weren't getting as much interest, where they are for a part-time position.
Good.
And obviously, salary would be corresponding to experience and but, the reasoning was pretty much exactly what we encountered, where they said the select board's, employed full-time, and they want to make sure that someone's able to respond in a timely fashion on every issue that comes up. So that's why they went with this. I mean, maybe there's some towns that would be interested in splitting the full-time, having a part-time shared position.
Pretty good description.
It reads fine to me.
Yeah.
I like it.
The important part is the last bullet.
Yeah. I think there's a few bullets above that Kim would like, so. Maybe she wouldn't, I don't know.
Alright.
I think we should run it, but I think if they're having better luck with full-time, I know we're kinda skeptical that it's gonna be full-time, but if they're not getting candidates at part-time,
Guess we'd put the ad out there too, but yeah.
yeah,
I mean, proximity also might find that to drive some people for
Just say
surgery.
either way.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Location definitely could play a big factor. Couldn't, who knows?
They say that Franklin was the other town as an administrator to do.
Us, Bakersfield,
Berkshire, Franklin.
electric as needed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Run it,
Not sure if you have to change the name and
go put Sheldon.
phone number.
If you send it in to Word, you can replace anything that says Richford, but done.
Word on my phone.
Don't send it to me.
What's that?
Send it to me, I'll fix it, send it back to you.
Yeah, send it to you.
Is-
This is how you print
Is
it
it,
off, right?
is it PDF or Word? I don't know, I
It was
just
a- it was
printed
a- it
it.
was a Word.
Alright, yeah, you can fix it.
Yep. Website and where else are you thinking? Saying we need to read the free press?
It's a hard thing, you know, it's
Can we
hard.
post it on Town of Sheldon's website,
Mhm.
or somewhere post it?
Yeah.
Messenger and put it on Indeed?
They have theirs on Indeed, they said.
And I think there's another one you put it on too.
Can you put it on there, Kim, or you want me to put it on?
You can put it on.
When you're done, send it to me. Okay. Okay.
Should maybe leave a note for Seth to get you a brand new sign.
Yeah. We'll probably talk to him tomorrow anyway, so I don't know. Okay.
Alright, anything else?
So I had an idea to bring up, I don't know how the board feels about it or not, but, us board members, as board members, I think we'd have, there's a lot of work to do, obviously, in all the various departments throughout the town. And I had an idea floated by me in terms of maybe having each one of us, I shouldn't say specialize, it'd be the focal point for, let's say, roads was yourself, or water and sewer was someone else, or emergency services, or anything that's related to the town, have a key focal point for one of the selectmen would be the point person. That person would be, being the point person, would bring whatever discussion, whatever concerns, or whatever information they've been involved with, or whatever, back to this board to make a decision on that. That way it doesn't leave one person responsible to call this one, call that one. It's just a thought. I mean, I think in a way it's a good idea. That way someone knows who to call in reference to a concern, well, we'll say with the fire department. If by chance that's me. Or the sewer or whatever. Maybe we want to talk to the select board member in reference to that one person instead of trying to figure out who to contact. And it'd be good for the, like the road crew, who's going to be the point person for the road crew in Sheldon. Just an idea. I don't know if it'll help out or not, but we just wanted to propose that.
Yeah, not a bad idea.
I think for now, like that can definitely work, but I think this person right here is gonna take a lot of that responsibility off from us too.
Yeah.
So what, do you have groups or do you have ideas that for,
Well, I had some, like emergency services. I think it would be either myself or someone totally unbiased. Someone who's been doing or working with the town road crew a lot, and I know we have members here that have past experience, and then we have others that have been kind of taking the bull by the horns and questioning and asking and showing up at the town garage. So those are just some ideas. I mean, we have buildings and grounds, obviously, someone would be the focal point for that. Parks and rec per se, or any of the rec fields, or the school, maybe the key focal point person for the school. So, I mean, I do have some quote unquote ideas, I just don't know where people would be plugged in, at least temporarily.
well, you need 5 spots.
We could do that, we could make some
So you need 5 groups.
Or you could do 4.
Or you could do 4. When you take a sabbatical, okay?
I got enough going on.
Okay.
But, no,
So I had created created a little like org chart, if you will, just to kind of, to look at that, and I can share that with the group.
Yep. If you share it with Kim, Kim can share it with all of us.
Okay.
That way you're not communicating with us.
Sure.
Yeah, I like the idea, we've kind of talked about something like that before, so.
yeah, I think that's what I was talking about.
And I think that's how we got to this too.
Because there's a lot of times things get dropped because we all have full-time jobs, so.
Budget?
Budget, we need to schedule a budget meeting.
It's that time of year already?
Yeah, it's about to be December 1st.
What do we got here? December, the second and fourth, or the 11th and 25th, I'll probably not do that.
Oh, yeah, 25th, that, will we move to the 26th, that meeting? Monday is Christmas.
Skip that.
Or next.
What did you say?
City attorney.
That's Boxing Day. The full moon.
Will be a
Yeah,
meeting.
we can do that.
No, yeah.
Or the meeting. That was last week.
Okay. The big hungry. Do we? No.
Well, is it, can we done?
Go back to that. We did that against go, is it too close in signings? Did that put us to the 8th?
We would probably end up just signing warrants. Each of us come in and just sign them.
What if we just?
So if we did the 18th of December and then came back on the 8th of January, is that gonna mess you up?
Yeah, because it'd be end of year stuff.
So you'd rather us come that week?
Some, I
The
mean.
26th or the
You don't
27th?
really have to have a meeting, you would just have to come and sign the warrants.
I
If
don't
you
know how
want to
well I
do
can do
that.
that, so I need a meeting.
You can probably come to the 27th. Did anybody have any?
What's the middle of the week look
vacation
like for
trips
you
or-
guys?
I was gonna say you just wanna do the 11th and 18th and just double up.
Yeah, but that's too far for, we gotta come back in for a signing of,
You know, I'll have to be here at the same time.
You
I'll
just
have
stop
to
and extra
sign.
leisure.
Yeah,
I don't remember though.
and,
I'd be here Wednesday anyways, cause she's open.
So I gotta have a late meeting because you forget things?
Late meeting? It's just a different day.
it's just signing the warrants though, right? On Wednesday. Yes, you all would have to
Just
sign
making
it.
sure we knew all the cards are there, so.
I usually sit here and wait for you anyways.
I get called up for being 6 minutes late every week, so you're getting called up for this.
I don't care, 18th is fine, as long as all we have to do is come in and sign warrants.
No, it would have to be the end of the month. It would not be the 26th. You could come in the.
Yeah, we can have our meeting the 11th and 18th, but we gotta come in and sign warrants
Oh, okay.
the week of the 26th.
Yep.
The week of the 25th.
Yes, because you could have a budget
Come
meeting
in,
instead of.
what's on the right?
Yep.
We'll have to do a budget meeting that night, have our regular meetings these 2 nights, and have a budget meeting this, and we can sign those.
No, like the
Every meeting,
27th?
you know, we just try to throw a budget meeting in one of these.
You could do your budget meeting on your second back-to-back, because you're gonna do back-to-back meetings, right?
Yeah.
So that second meeting would be a budget meeting, then you would come in at your leisure the next week to sign the warrants.
Okay,
So the 11th.
so
is-
regular scheduled meeting on the 11th,
Budget meeting on the,
and then the 18th will be a budget meeting. Same time work for everybody?
Mm-hmm.
Wednesday would probably be the best.
Are you open the whole week after Christmas?
That's a busy week, so.
Alright. Alright.
Yep.
Anything
Make
else?
a motion to adjourn.
Yep. Also, okay, yeah.
We're covered, you guys talked about your budget. I was wondering if you guys could add it in your budget somewheres, money for the Abenaki Nation of Missisquoi. Got a lot of Abenaki people live in town.
Is that a non-profit organization?
It's getting back to nonprofit. Bombay runs their financials and they're a 501c3.
Okay.
I know Swanton's now putting them in their budget and so we're just sort of.
If you could have them, like, somebody write up a letter, a request letter for the town, that way we could,
Yeah, I can talk to the chief.
Do
about
that. if you could get it to the town here before our 18th meeting, or actually, it doesn't have to be.
I can bring it
sometime
in on the
before.
11th, that's fine.
Okay, yeah, that would work fine. Yep, we'll look at that for you.
And how often does the website get updated? Because I was looking for information and it seemed like a lot of stuff wasn't.
Who does the website? You?
Debbie's been doing it,
Debbie's
but
been doing it.
what is it you were looking for that
It was
was
just a lot of information and about like joining stuff and being on Selectboard and like even the votes in the past. I think the last thing they had for votes was from 2022.
town meeting, was it probably a town meeting?
Yeah,
Which we haven't voted anything since.
yeah, but there wasn't a 2023 meeting in March.
There was nothing on there about 2023.
It was the last thing up there is 2022.
It's the general election.
Mhm.
I know she noticed it the other day, she was saying, I gotta get in there and update.
Yeah,
That's what that town administrator was gonna do.
yeah. Well, yeah, this is hard to find, that's why I called earlier today. I didn't talk to you.
No, you talked to Debbie.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, no. We try. Meetings are in there though, the agendas.
Yeah, but it doesn't say really, I mean, if you go back and you do the math, you can look at my calendar, but it doesn't really have anything. When you click on calendar events, it's blank, there's nothing.
If you go into the,
Yeah, you have the dates for it, but
like agendas.
yeah, you have to.
That calendar doesn't work the greatest for us, but yeah,
Mhm.
but yeah.
We're hoping some of those things are gonna be filled with this
Yes,
job description
no.
right here.
So what are you looking for, you couldn't find the town meeting minutes you're saying?
No, just like what's coming
On
up,
the
like I didn't know when the
calendar,
meetings were
Just
and
to click on
stuff,
the
like,
calendar.
Oh.
you go click on the calendar events, there's like,
That's a,
I tried on my phone, I tried on my laptop and stuff, I couldn't get anything to really come up and,
it's not the greatest website, we have to duplicate everything, like, okay, we have to put it on this page, then we have to
Yeah.
go find it and put it on this page, and then we have to put it on that page. That's a lot of it, but
yeah.
we try our best.
No, I'm not saying it's an easy job at all. But that's what I was asking, because
Yeah.
for somebody to, I've been looking to join and do stuff for a while and it was hard to really navigate for me. I mean, I could just be an idiot.
No,
No,
But yeah. I've known people who wanted to give the numbers and they had no idea, so here's 6 through it.
can always call us,
Mhm.
we're here. And then we know, oh, update that website. I'll put that on there.
Alright, is there anything else we need to discuss?
do you have anything else for us?
Heather had something and she had to run out, about if the school has the issue with the road, should the school be paying for it instead of the town?
The school,
With the,
the road is a town road,
mhm,
the school parking lot is the school's.
yeah, but she's saying if the school has the issue with that road and they want something done,
Well,
shouldn't
we
the
have an
school-
issue of safety too.
Okay,
We don't
yeah.
wanna see kids get run over
Oh,
by
no,
somebody
sure.
coming down our road, you know?
Yeah.
And we've been in talks with this for quite a few years. We've had different ideas and stuff, and they have an engineer looking into design and traffic study or whatever for that, to best design that parking lot. And we as the town have offered to move our road. It would be a land swap anyways, because where one of the proposals for where the road's gonna go down along that lower field, that's actually school land. And we would just swap that land for the land up there, the parking lot. But we have requested a say in how they design the parking lot, because we don't wanna move our road and then not design the parking lot the way we think would be safe for everybody. So we will have some say in the whole project, I guess, before we go and move the road. But it'll be a joint venture between the school and the town, so.
I mean, it is a problem that affects both.
Yeah.
So I mean, it seems pointless to do the this is yours, that's mine, like we're working together because it's our road and our school as a community to get it fixed.
So that's our approach to it, but. All right, I'll take a motion to adjourn for the evening.
Make one motion to adjourn.
Second on that,
I'll second it.
all in favor?
I-
Opposed?
Cameron?